Hi folks, I'm Harley and welcome back to Misfit Creates. I haven't made a video in a while because I have been super busy with work, but I have gotten pretty much all of my major life things sorted out so I can really start focusing on writing, which is what we're talking about today. Goal setting in this last quarter. Now, for a lot of people, NaNoWriMo, for a lot of writers, okay, NaNoWriMo has been a massive part of this final quarter of the year, every year, for a very long time, because NaNoWriMo has been around for like 20 years. But with all of the recent drama, last year, this year with NaNoWriMo, I don't really want to do NaNoWriMo. And frankly, doing NaNoWriMo in November, writing a novel in November, is not feasible for a lot of people, including myself, because it is a very busy month. You're going into the holidays. Why are we trying to write a whole book in November? I don't know. But now we're going to talk about goals for this final quarter. And yes, I should have made this video in September. Technically it's still September, but it's the end of September, so it doesn't really count. But, one, if, like me, you love the tracking aspect of the NaNoWriMo website, I have found a website that I use instead. I think it's called TrackBear, which I'll double check this real quick. Hold on. Yeah, it is called TrackBear, and this is what it looks like. It tracks your words a lot like the NaNoWriMo site does. It gives you options to set goals. Let's see your dashboard, projects, goals, stats, all that. And this is the kicker. This is the reason why I signed up for this. It will let you track over all of your old projects from the NaNoWriMo website, which is why I ended up going with this instead of something else. Because all of these are all of my old projects from the NaNoWriMo website. And I have all of my progress here. So there's still some record of the accomplishments I made, which is a big deal. I love keeping track of my progress, and I love seeing the progress I made in previous years. So this website was really nice, letting me transfer over everything on my NaNoWriMo account to this account. And while it doesn't host these like huge community events like NaNoWriMo, the event, it is very nice for day-to-day tracking and keeping track of word count, your stats, your goals, whatever. And I'm pretty sure you can actually organize like groups on here, which I haven't tried this yet, but I'm pretty sure you can organize groups on here. So if you wanted to get a group of people together, y'all want to write 20,000 words, 40,000 words, you can all, I think, join a leaderboard so you can track your word count versus each other. So that's a good way to be motivated if you want the same sort of motivation that NaNoWriMo gives. But aside from the fact that I'm using this right now to track my writing, and while I haven't written much this week, it has been helpful. I'm thinking about now my goals for the rest of this year. I've already made some bigger decisions about my writing in general and my previously published work, the work that I'm going to publish soon, which I will do a video on that eventually. But right now, I'm going to talk about my goals for the rest of this year and beginning of next year. This year, I would like to finish the romance novel that I'm working on and the cozy fantasy novel that I'm working on. That's 2 books, probably novellas, so they're not that long. So it shouldn't be that hard to finish both of those this year. So I'm going to keep working on those. It is a witchy cozy romance novel and a more traditional but cozy fantasy style novel, set in my D&D inspired universe. Sorry. But in addition to that, I have decided I'm also going to try my hand at writing a web serial, which web serials are a different beast altogether in terms of writing, editing, publishing, marketing, all of that. And I'm not super familiar with it, but I have read a number of web serials, and I'm reading more right now as research. But I'm going to be working on drafting my web serial so I can start posting hopefully in January is the current plan, which I actually started working on the first chapter today after doing some planning and thinking this past week about what I want to do, what are my goals, how do I sort of plan on doing this, and of course the actual plot, characters, all that. that I normally plan out. And I have my notebook here with me. I'm outside to get some more writing done on this project. But those are my 3 main goals. In addition to that, I'm going to sort out the rest of my publishing stuff, and I'm going to begin publishing again next year after this like 2-year hiatus. I know, I moved, I started this career that I'm currently working at. It's been a lot, and finally I have everything sorted. And I also just turned 20. I just turned 20 this past week. And that means, in accordance to a promise I made myself when I was a lot younger, I'm going to start looking into querying, which I thought back at like when I was 15, when I first made this promise to myself that I would start querying at 20, that I would have something ready to query, which I don't. But I do have some projects that are at least close, so I'm going to be working on those as well. So next year is going to be busy in terms of writing and publishing, hopefully, as well as like other writing career goals. There are like bugs out here, which, I mean, I know it's outside, but like it's cool enough now that there shouldn't be bugs. And in addition to those just writing goals, I'm also going to try to post more on YouTube and then start up my social media accounts again, which I haven't touched Instagram, TikTok, Twitter, anything else in such a long time that it's going to need like a full revamp, which I'm going to be figuring out how I want to do that and trying to put less pressure on myself, because that is the reason I originally stopped posting on social media, as I was just putting too much pressure on myself to do it consistently to have this brand. And I'm like, I don't want a brand. I want to be a person on the internet. I don't want to be like, these specific colors and fonts and blah 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 are all Harley Rose. No, I'm just me. And I want that to be my content. So I'm going to be working on that and figuring out what that means for me. I also, and this is, I'm not certain I'm going to do this, but I used to run a writing blog and I really enjoy doing that. So I'm thinking I might start that up again, because I genuinely love giving advice, and which I have some advice videos planned for this, but it's a lot easier for me to write down advice than to speak it aloud, just because I go off on these tangents. But I'm going to try to start a blog again. I've got to figure out where I want to host it, what sort of stuff I want to post, that sort of thing. But those are my main goals. And so, as you can tell, my goals for the rest of this year are mainly just sorting out how I want next year to go. But it's because I finally want to get fully back into writing and publishing next year. So there's a lot of stuff I have to do to be ready for that. And luckily now, in my position, I am able to have the money for cover designers and stuff like that, which I didn't have before, which I think is going to help me a lot, because I am extremely confident in my writing and the quality of my writing, and I just lacked the sources before to be able to put out something that was genuinely good. Which is not to say my writing is not good, but there is a certain amount of like, you know, your cover has to be good, your editing has to be good, your marketing has to be good, and all that costs money. So that's what held me back before. But now I am a grown adult, making my own money, living my life, having pretty much everything sorted, and I have the money to be able to put into writing now, at least a little bit. And so hopefully what is coming soon will be very, very good. In terms of personal goals, I would like to, I don't want to say lose weight, because I don't really care about how much I weigh, but I would like my body to not feel like shit. So we're going to work on that, and part of that is eating healthier, not just eating fast food all the time, and making my own food at home, and also like working out, like lifting weights, walking the dog more, stuff like that. So I'm going to be doing some more of that, and hopefully get a little bit more in a sort of routine with my health and fitness here. And then I am also going to be working on just, you know, continuing to better myself and to, you know, get myself into the position where I can handle the career that I want, basically. Also, I'm going to stop drinking coffee as much, even though I love coffee, because coffee is not good for me, but it tastes good. So if anybody has any good alternatives to coffee that taste equally good, And I like tea, but tea is not the same. Let me know, because I need it. Alright. I'm going to go and get some writing done, but let me know in the comments if you have any goals for this last quarter of the year and what you sort of do to prepare for the upcoming year and anything you want to get done there. Because I know I'm starting this really early, but I have just a lot that I need to sort out for then. Also, let me know any web serials you like and have read, because I'm doing a lot of research right now into that. So drop the links down below and let me know. I'll read them. If it's yours, I'll read it. If it's just somebody you love, let me know. I love reading new stories and finding new authors all the time. Anyway, thanks for watching, and I'll see you all next time with another video.